Welcome to the chapter 251 review. You know there's tons to go over with Yuta, Yuji, and Megumi, so I'll be breaking down the chapter with a little bit of analysis, inserting my thoughts during and after per usual. I have a lot to say about Sukuna's world-cutting dismantle at the end of the video, so stay tuned for that. With that being said, let's get into it. As Yuta has rained Sukuna's own trademark technique upon him, Sukuna wonders as to how Yuta was able to use cleave against him. This does imply that Sukuna has figured out Yuta's condition to copy curse techniques, because he wouldn't be asking this if he didn't know how Yuta could copy curse techniques in the first place. Yuta says that you weren't able to get that last finger of yours, right? And with Yuji delivering a thunderous punch to Sukuna's face, he says, "I see, wipe the meal." Yuta's conditions to copy techniques weren't ever really made clear, so I wasn't going to really assume, and I was going to wait for it to just be outright revealed. But I think with Sukuna saying this, we can say that Rika must be the one to eat something from the user of the technique that Yuta wants, kind of like Genya from Demon Slayer. I say Rika since she's the one who holds the cursed techniques and all of the other stuff. After this was confirmed, Yuta delivers a palm strike to Sukuna's stomach. This in intention to dispel his hollow wicker basket and allow the sure hit of the domain to activate. And after, Yuji grabs Sukuna's head and knees it with no hesitation. If you look hard enough, you'd see that Yuji's hand was normal when he grabbed Sukuna's head, and then the claws came out once the blow connected. Wonder what that's about. Sukuna gives Yuji the little bro chokehold and delivers another cleave to his stomach. Why Sukuna keeps delivering that technique in that style to Yuji, who knows, and I could be overanalyzing this, but Yuji has displayed signs earlier that he's afraid of this specific attack, and Sukuna hating Yuji as much as he does is likely aware of this. With Yuji coughing up tons of blood from having another hole put in his stomach, he spits it right in Sukuna's face, and Yuta wastes no time in attempting to deliver an uppercut to his face, and it goes through. As we know that something as simple as pain can't keep Yuji down, he lays on the ground saying that this is his last chance. He needs to bring down Sukuna and save Megumi here and now. There is no time to rest. Heal, heal, heal. Whereas Sukuna is saying that his output and control over his body, they're both weakening bit by bit. And Sukuna's just massively nerfed here. I mean, bro has been fighting for 25 chapters straight, so this is reasonable. Rika grabs Sukuna by the leg and tosses him, and Yuji with insane precision lands a manji kick right in his face. I don't know how or even why he chose to do the manji kick in the first place, but there it is. And Sukuna with his insane endurance maintains the hollow wicker basket even during this moment. But then we see it. Sukuna decides to release the hollow wicker basket in order to attempt a world-cutting dismantle, but our heroes seen this coming and they move to restrict him. We see that Yuji has one of Sukuna's arms, whereas Rika has the other two, and Yuta goes in for a punch, landing it directly in Sukuna's second mouth. Or was it truly a punch? Nope, we look closer and see that Yuta had went for Sukuna's tongue and ripped it out. This fight may just be the most brutal we've seen, and I'm glad it's the two people who deserve to get at Sukuna the most doing all of this to him. Sukuna retaliates but raises his hand, slashing Yuta's eye, and this causes him to drop the tongue that he just ripped out. But Yuta's so locked in that he continues to run forward towards Sukuna, saying that he wasn't able to use the dismantle while using hollow wicker basket due to requiring his chants or hand signs or even both to activate the technique. I won't allow him to do either. I wonder how he did it against Gojo then, and maybe, just maybe, we'll get that scene in the future. Sukuna throws more slashes towards Yuta's way, and Yuta says that these slashes are only getting weaker, and due to this, he has nothing to fear, even if he decided to get up close. Yuta goes in for a slash, and as Sukuna is about to react to it, from within his mask, blood bursts, and we see why. Sukuna points out that the blood that Yuji spat in his face earlier exploded, due to him most likely using Choso's signature technique, Supernova. But this raises a big question about the blood manipulation users. Yuji is using this technique, that's no problem, as he is Choso's brother and has likely consumed the other wombs, but the problem lies within Kamo, as he was implied to be the one that told Yuji most of the techniques that he knows over the time skip and was his primary teacher when it came to blood manipulation. Yuji says that Kamo was a much better teacher because Choso couldn't really teach him anything. This likely means that Kamo knows Supernova, or at least figured out how it works. After this massive reveal, we go into a flashback, and Yuji explains some of the contents of Yuki's book, which says that, even on a general level, no matter how much souls are mixed, they'll never become one. Choso asks if Yuji and Sukuna were a special case because he can't feel a single ounce of the soul that was once in Choso's body. However, it's confirmed that the souls of the incarnated sorcerers still remain dormant, with it being said that it's only because of the massive gap of energy between objects and sorcerers. No matter how deep a soul may sink, they'll never disappear or become one with another. So Mahito fans, you guys have won. The incarnated sorcerers of the Culling games or other methods do not recognize the second soul in their bodies, and by proxy, do not have the innate ability to directly strike the soul. So it wouldn't be a similar case to Yuji in terms of defense if Mahito were to be matched up against them. Choso points out that if Megumi is an exception to the rule, then there will be trouble with the plan, but Yuji brings up Mahito's idol transfiguration, saying that as long as something like that isn't within Sukuna's arsenal, then Megumi's soul shouldn't be able to merge with Sukuna. Even then, Yuki knew about Mahito's existence and his technique, and if she didn't bother mentioning him in that book, they should be fine. Yuji says that he believes Yuki's words, and since this is Jujutsu Kaisen, she could still be wrong. However, I don't think she is. Hana brings up that her technique would still be useful for saving Megumi because she's able to eradicate Sukuna. Sukuna's incarnation is a direct mix of his technique, personality, and cursed object. This allows Jacob's ladder to do direct damage on him, but since cursed techniques are connected to the brain, which is obviously a part of the body, this would also eliminate Megumi if he were to be hit by it, as him and Sukuna are sharing the same body. So if they can separate the two souls and weaken the connection between Sukuna's fingers and Megumi's body, Megumi would more than likely survive Jacob's ladder. And with that, we see Yuji and team holding Sukuna in place with everything prepared, and Yuta raises his hand. Judgment has been cast upon Sukuna, and we witness Jacob's ladder. As this technique burns him to a crisp, Yuta pierces his arm as well just to add a little bit of damage, and Yuji reaches Sukuna and prepares a fist, telling Megumi to wake up. As he strikes him, we see the composition of the soul. It's then said that from their perspective, it's almost as if their plan had no flaws. But Sukuna seems to have broken Megumi's soul far beyond repair. After witnessing his sister's death and Gojo's defeat, he states that he's had enough, and we're told that within Megumi's soul, any will to live has left him a long time ago. Scale of Dragon, Recoil, Twin Meteors, and it hits. The world-cutting dismantle slices through Yuji, Yuta, and Rika, and we see Sukuna stand over our heroes as the domain falls around him. But this is a very common strategy amongst Jujutsu sorcerers, a mediocre plan that Sukuna should have and normally could have avoided with ease. A surprise attack landed on the sorcerer who believed they won, and with that, Maki enters the scene. The chapter ends. I'll be straight up, I can't see Maki losing at this point. I know I've been saying this every week, but Ino and Kusakabe are going to help her and join the battle. With Maki leading against this super weak Sukuna, they can help her and really make a difference. There's also no more domains, so they should be right there in front of them. And I think Kiara would be a lot of help as well. However, she'll more than likely grab Yuji and Yuta and teleport out while Maki stays and fights Sukuna. Sukuna does have a win condition though, and it's opening that domain. Maki is normally immune to domains unless she wants them to hit her. However, Sukuna's domain manifests in the real world, so this allows him to bypass Maki's immunity. So we can really see her get clapped by that if he manages to activate it. At this point though, they need to send everybody out to finish the job. People gonna call me crazy for saying this, but they gotta put Charles out there. I know. And Maki's fighting, his ability on Sukuna would be boosting her fighting capacity crazy. She can already use precognition to see the future, so you stack that with clairvoyance, and she's gonna be bopping and weaving him. All they gotta do is have him poke Sukuna with the G War Staff when he's open, teleport him out. It's that easy. About Megumi, do I think Megumi will be saved at this point? It's possible, but again, he doesn't want to be saved, nor does he want to live any longer. Megumi could really be saved, and he'd probably just activate the merger to clean himself up at this point. I can't say him acting like this doesn't make sense though. We've seen him pursue his life purpose for 200 plus chapters, and it was ripped away from him instantly. And then he's had to sit back and watch things only become worse than they already were. I understand why people would be mad that he fumbled there too though, because he should, under all and any circumstances, be doing anything to defeat Sukuna here and now. But again, I get why he's acting the way he is, but ultimately, they're in a situation where no matter how you feel, no matter how stressed you are, no matter how sad you are, you need to power through it and do what's better for everybody else. It's time to man up, Megumi. Be a man, bro. Just keeping it real. This is just how I feel, though. And are the main characters gone, the two boys? Absolutely not. Sukuna was near death activating that technique, and from what I see, I don't think it really just cuts through everything, rather than it being a super strong attack that will always hit its target. And Sukuna at the moment activating it was damn near dead. The way that Yuta's arm and body are drawn, receiving the cut and the blood all over him, also makes me believe that it didn't cut through Yuta like butter. I think they're straight, and as for Yuji, it's Yuji. Nothing's gonna happen to him. Anyways, expect the next couple of chapters to be Hikari versus Uraume, but at this point I don't know what to expect. I don't know if the merger will come or whatever. Maybe Sukuna will break the binding vow and summon it in order to spite Yuji at the very end, and we get a Mother 3 type ending to Jujutsu Kaisen. Who knows? I think anything can go at this point because it's too unpredictable. With that being said, have a great day, guys. Thank you guys for watching per usual. Always appreciate the support, and I'll see you all in the next one.